question 36. We've seen this before. Let's look at this. We're going to solve this for p. We have to do some distribution of this negative 5. So I have 2p minus 9 equals negative 10p minus 2. I distribute the negative 5. That's going to be 25 plus 10p. I'm making a video, fella. More than 9th graders. Sorry, fella. Okay, keep going here. Keep going. We're gonna add these two together in 23. I'm gonna add these two together. They're gonna cancel out. Oh, that's nice. So I get 2p minus 9 equals 23. Add 9 to both sides, and I get 2p equals 3 and 9 is 2, 32. I divide by 2, and I get p equals 16, or number 36. Okay, that checks out with my answer key. Moving along here to the next question. This question here, we've done this one before. I'm going to come in on each side 3 inches, or 3 inches, yes. So the length here is going to be x minus 6. And the length over here is also x minus 6 because it comes in 3 from x on both sides. So we're doing the area of the frame, which is x by x, minus the area of the shaded region, which is x minus 6, x minus 6. And that's going to be the area of the cutout region. Okay, so basically I do x times x is x squared. Minus, I have to square out x minus 6. Okay, you can do it by FOIL. You're going to get x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 36. When I combine those two there, I get x squared minus 12x plus 36. Okay, did I do that right? I think I did. Okay, so now I'm going to distribute this negative sign. And I get x squared minus x squared plus 12x minus 36. These two guys cancel here, and my answer is 12x minus 36 is my answer. I don't combine anymore. You have to show that work to get full credit. Is it inches? If it's in inches, it is in inches, and you have to label it inches to get full credit. This is a part 2 question. Sorry for the messy handwriting. Just trying to make this video fast, so not so long. We're looking for compounded monthly. Again, if you're doing this question, monthly, n equals 12. N equals 2 if it's semi-annually, depending on which version of the test you get. N equals 4 is quarterly. And if you set it up in our close, I'll give you the credit, but n equals 1 is annually. Okay, again, writing quickly here, so video is shorter. So I'm going to use the amount in the account is equal to the principal times 1 plus r as a decimal, so 0.5 as a decimal, over n to the ny power. Your job is to fill in the values and calculate it on your calculator. Again, showing the work, 2,300. 1 plus r as a decimal is 0.05, be careful, 0.05 over n, which is monthly, so n is 12, to the ny, n is 12 times the year is 28. You're going to do this on your calculator and get your answer. Again, if you have a regular calculator, I would work from the inside either way. Let's just do it that way. So inside, 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12 is that value. So that's what the inside is. Now I'm going to raise that to, my calculator, I can go like that, to the 28 times 12. 28 times 12 power. That gives me that answer. Then I'm going to multiply it by the 2300 times 2300. And hit enter, and I get the answer, which is So this equals, your amount equals 9299.87. Put a dollar sign for that. Okay. So word problem. Compounded monthly. Okay, so you're using this formula, compounded interest formula. How much will be left in the account after 28 years? And that's your answer. Okay, moving on to the next section. Page Turner Books sells two kinds of books. H for hardcover, P for paperback. Okay, again, I'm doing these quickly because I want to make this video forever. Hardcover books cost $4. Paper book costs $5. Okay, so these are amounts here. How many books of each? And that's what it's asking. Only algebraic solution. How many hardcover books? We're looking for H. Okay, well, they sell H plus P. They sell 10 books. Great. They earn $48. So that's a combination of $4 hardcover books plus $5 paperback. Usually it's the other way around, but whatever. Okay, so I want to figure out what H is. So I want to eliminate P. Or you could just figure out both answers. I'm going to multiply, to get rid of P, I'm going to multiply the top by negative 5. That's going to give me negative 5H minus 5P equals negative 50. Okay, once I do that, again, I'm solving this algebraically. Once I do that, I can combine these two equations now. I've adjusted this one and rewritten it. So if I do that, I get negative H. These cancel here, and I get equals negative 2. So if I multiply both sides by a negative, I get H equals 2. And it's looking for hardcover, so you can stop right there and say they sell two hardcovers or sold two hardcovers. If you wanted to figure out P, you could do 2 minus 10, which is 8. And you could write that too. I'm not going to take off with both answers. Question number 40. Again, we've seen these questions. This question is, they're all to powers. Okay, and we said when you have the same base and you're multiplying, you add the powers. So you're just going to rewrite this question as x over 3 plus 3x over 4 equals 3. Make sure, so we're eliminating the 6's, okay, and just solving the purple up there. Okay, when we solve the purple, we have a 4 and a 3. That's a common denominator of 12. I'm going to multiply everything by 12. So you could do it this way, 12x over 3 plus 36x over 4 equals 36. Okay, great. Keep going, and you can do, this reduces to 4x. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 goes into 36 9 times, equals 36. Add these two together, I get 13x equals 36. X equals 36 over 13. And that is the answer to that one. Okay, moving on to the next question. You're going to go from graph to system. Okay, so we can put this in terms of y equals mx plus b. This first graph, it goes through 8. This one goes through negative 8. Okay, so we have y equals mx plus b. One's going through 8. One's plus 8. One's minus 8. The next thing we need to do is figure out the slope. And the slope of this line is basically up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So that's going to be 1x. This is shaded below. So that's going to be, shaded below is less than. It's a solid line, less than or equal to. So this one here would be y less than or equal to 1x plus 8, or x plus 8. And the other one is going downhill, and that's going down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. So that slope is negative 3x minus 8. We already have that. And this one's shaded above. So this one's shaded greater than or equal to. Okay, the other one was shaded less than or equal to. So that would be the answer. Now, on your answer key of this test, they move this over and they go 3x plus y greater than or equal to negative 8. So this is your answer. And let me put your other answer, which is y is less than or equal to x plus 8. These are your answers to the system of inequalities. Okay, moving on to question 42. Solve using the quadratic formula. I suggest doing A equals 2, B equals 3. However you want to solve this, C equals 4. And then you can put it right in the formula and show the work, or you can figure out what 2a is, that's 4. Negative b is negative 3. B squared is always positive, so it's 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And minus 4ac is going to be minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 4. That gives me, looks like negative 32. So 4 times 4 is 16 times 2 is 32, or 8 times negative 4 is negative 32. Okay, so I'm going to put it into the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. When I do that, I'm going to get x equals negative b. So negative b is negative 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared 9. Minus 4ac is minus 32. So, oops, that's a mistake. So I make a mistake somewhere. Minus 4 times a times c. I made a mistake somewhere. Oh, c is negative 4. Shame on me. See, right there, I'm going so quick, I made a mistake. So it's going to be plus 32. So it's 9 plus 32. Okay? Negative under the square root is a bad thing. All over 2 times a. Again, it's 4. Okay. All right, let's clean this thing up. So it's negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 and 32 is 41 all over 4. You could write this like they have it, negative 3/4. They just split this up. We put the 4 here and the 4 here, plus or minus radical 41 over 4. Or you could figure it out as a decimal and get 2 answers. I'll accept either one. Again, you have to show work for this. Moving on to 43. Showing the work for this, we need to find the slope. So if I go 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 5, these are all 2's. And then 45 minus 27 is 18, I believe. 18. These are all 18's. These are all 18. So my slope is, and this is my change in y over here, this is my change in x over here. So my slope, which is change in y over change in x, is 18 over 2, which is 9. So m is 9. That's one answer. Your next answer is going to be in point slope form. So y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. You only have to do for one of them. Pick the first one, y minus 27. These are my y's here. These are my x's. Equals m, 9, x minus 3. So that's my second answer. So here's my first answer. Here's my second answer. My third answer is y equals mx plus b form. Okay, again, showing the work. Y equals mx plus b. I'm going to take my point slope, and I'm going to distribute the 9. So it's 9x minus 27. Now when I add 27 to both sides, I get y equals 9x. So this is y equals mx plus b form. The last form is standard form, which is ax plus by equals c form. And I'm only going to have to move this 9. So I'm going to take the y equals 9x and just move this over by subtraction. And I get negative 9x plus y equals 0. And that's my last answer. I'm going to put my answers right that I have boxed up here. Again, you can slow this video down, speed it up, whatever, and get your answers. I believe those are correct. Trying not to make any mistakes going so quickly, but you know. Okay, moving on to the next question. It's looking for the mean of this. I'm going to add up all these numbers and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So add those up, divide by 5. That's the mean. So let's just do that work. Everybody should be able to do that. I mean, I should be able to do it also. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to do 41 plus 25 plus 39 plus 49 plus 35. So double check your work. I got 189 divided by 5. And I get 37.8 for my mean. And that is the correct answer for that. Okay. Now I'm going to do the standard or the variance. The variance is the square root. What's underneath the square root? It's the sum. It's the sum. We're going to add up all the x bars minus, x minus x bars. Going too fast. We're going to add up all the x minus x bars squared. Okay, that's this column here. I'm just going to add those up. Okay, and then I'm going to divide that whole thing, the square root goes all the way down, divide that by n. So in this case, when I add, this is my sum right here. I'm going to add these numbers up here. So I add 10.2 plus 163.8 plus 1.4 plus 125.4. Double check my calculator, make sure I'm entering it. Plus 7.8. Enter 308.6. I'm going to divide that by 5, my n value, and I get my variance is 61.8. 61.8. Okay, now to get my standard deviation, I'm going to take the square root of the variance. Square root of that number I just figured out. And I go to my calculator and I do second square root, and I either enter the value or I do second answer. That puts it in for me. Whoops, that didn't work. I didn't. Second square root, second answer. Delete the 5. I don't know how that got there. Enter, and I get 7.85 or 7.9 for my standard deviation. If you know what's going on with this equation, your standard deviation, you'll be in good shape. Your standard deviation is the square root of the variance, and that's how you do that one. Moving on to the next question. Area of a playground. I'm going to pause here. That's 18 minutes. And go to